And what's going on, you guys? Welcome to Week 12 of my NFL Weekly Picks for the 2017-2018 NFL season. TJ Harman for you on YouTube, over_L for you on Twitter. I have a guest on the phone with me this week. He's my longtime pal and buddy, Reese Will. Reese, say what's up to everybody.
What's up, everybody?
All right, he's going to help me with the Week 12 picks, and I hope you guys are ready because I know I am. Let's get started. First, if you are a first-time subscriber, please click that subscribe button. Come back each and every week for my picks, predictions, and maybe a little bit of fun. But right now, let me recap Week 11 that it was. It was okay. I had another double week. I went 10-4 straight up, but against the spread, I was lousy at 5-9. I could do a lot better because of some games that I didn't expect to go down the way they did, but oh well, it's all good. My video picks, I went 1-2 against the spread, 2-1 straight up, and over/under, I went absolutely goose eggs at 0-3. We're going to try to rebound from what happened in Week 11. Season total straight up, I'm 105-55 straight up, and against the spread, I'm 83-71-2. Let us get with our Thursday games. Thanksgiving is here in a couple days. I hope you guys are ready. You ready, Weiss?
I'm ready.
All right, here we go. The first Thursday game of the afternoon sees the 8-2 Minnesota Vikings traveling to Ford Field to face the 6-4 Lions. What do you think about what's going to go on in that game?
It's going to be a good game, good defensive game. But I'm going with Minnesota.
He's going to take Minnesota. Yeah, they're really hot. Minnesota has won 6 games in a row, and with this Case Keenum, he's no joke no more. Formerly from the Rams, he beat his former team last week. You know, the Rams 24-7. And the Lions did what they had to do to beat the Chicago Bears, who had the lead in that game. But, you know, the Lions found a way to win 27-24 in the NFC North battle. I'm going to take a shock and tell you to take the Lions in this game. I'm going with the Lions, and he's going to go with the Vikings. The Vikings are due for a loss, and I think this may be the game in Ford Field where both teams are dome teams, and I think the Lions fans will have the upper advantage over the Vikings, but don't be surprised what happens. So I'm going with the Lions on the first game of the triple header on Thursday. The second game we're going to
have a running game that's one-dimensional, just by the way, just remember that.
Ooh. Okay, we'll see what happens, but I'm going with the Lions. The Vikings the Vikings are due for a loss, but we'll see what happens. Next game is the 4-6 LA Chargers traveling to Jerry's World to face the 5-5 Dallas Cowboys. Oh man, the Cowboys they're just almost a one-dimensional team themselves. They have a little running game, but without Ezekiel Elliott, they can't do anything. Without the offensive line, exactly.
Harden soul of the team. He gets the team going. He's their engine, and they're missing their engine. So they flat. They just look helpless and they look lost.
Yeah, in that game against the Philadelphia Eagles, they looked almost like lost puppies trying to search of their mother. Dak Prescott couldn't do anything. Alfred Morris, he couldn't do anything. Offensive lineman Tyron Smith, he might play versus the Chargers, but if he don't play, I'm definitely going to go with the Chargers in this game. And this is my first against the spread. It's a pick'em game. It's only 1 point, but it could be more. But I'm going to take the upset and tell you to take the Chargers +1. And to win the game, possible, because Phillip Rivers and them put up a 54-burger against the Buffalo Bills, all because they had a rookie quarterback, Nate Peterman, who threw 5 interceptions after benching Tyrod Taylor early part of the week. And he got unbenched, and it's not going to make much of a difference of what the Bills are going to do. But the Chargers, I think, are going to win. And he's going to go with Dallas? Why Dallas?
+1 spread, because after being embarrassed the way they was embarrassed Sunday night, they have to come out with some kind of energy, some kind of passion. And Jerry is not going to let his team come out and look like that again.
Well, you got
a lot of teams got their heads chewed on that Sunday night game.
Well, you got a point there, but like I said, the Cowboys, if they don't win this game, they're going to be in so much trouble that they may not even get into the playoffs at all. But we'll see what happens. He's going with the Cowboys, and I'm going with the Chargers. This night we're not on the same page ourselves, but hey, it is what it is. The last game of the triple hitter of Thanksgiving, it's the 2-8 New York Giants traveling to FedEx Field to face the Washington Redskins, who are 4-6. And let me tell you about that. Hold on, before I get to that game, I forgot to mention the over/under in that game against the Chargers and Cowboys. The total for that game is 48 points. The Chargers are really a better team against the spread. Dallas has not really been covering much of the spread this season, so I'm going to tell you to take it under 48 points because I'm not sure what Prescott is going to do because he only put up 9 points against the Eagles on Sunday night. So who knows? It may be almost the same thing, if not a little more better, but they're going to score. But I think the Chargers will score a few more points. So it's going to be a close game, so it's going to be under 46. All right, the Giants and the Redskins, what do you think about that game?
Redskins. I would pick a little league team, Giants, right now.
Yeah, because
that's all I can say about the Giants. Are horrible.
But they
have no chance of winning.
But this is the same Giants team who just beat the Kansas City Chiefs on Sunday in winning conditions, and this is the same Kansas City Chiefs team who just got off a bye and they only put up 9 points. Really?
This is a division game, and Redskins are still fighting for playoff play, so Redskins all day.
And the Redskins, a tough loss to the New Orleans Saints on Sunday. They should have won that game, but I don't know what was in the head of Kirk Cousins. Oh, Chris Thompson, he's out with a fractured fibula, so they're missing a running piece in this game as well. But they still got Dotson. They still got Vernon Davis, who was pretty great in that game. And Terrell Pryor, he got to start stepping it up as well. So, in this game, I'm going to go with the Redskins because I think they will definitely rebound from that game. I definitely think the Redskins will rebound from that loss to the Saints. It's a learning tool, and the Redskins are going to win this game. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. And he's going with the Redskins as well. All right, Sunday games, we got the 5-5 Buffalo Bills going to Arrowhead to face the 6-4 Chiefs. What do you expect in that game?
I expect that to be a good game. Like you said, the Chiefs just lost the Giants, so you don't know which Chiefs team you're going to get, but it should be a good game.
But the Chiefs have lost 4 of their last 5 games, but they still lead the AFC West. It's really open right now because you're not sure what the Raiders are going to do, what the Broncos are going to do, what the Chargers are going to do. The Chargers are still alive in this division, and the Chiefs, they can't afford to lose 5 out of their last 6 games. It would be crazy if they did, but I think they will rebound. There will be no Nate Peterman for the Bills in this one. They're going to keep Tyrod Taylor and see what he does. I think the running game for the Bills will be exceptional in this game, and this might be a close game, but I'm going to go with the home Chiefs in this one because Alex Smith and company need to get it stepping up right now because they're starting to filter a little bit in the AFC conference, but in their division, I think they still can take the AFC West.
I'm going with the Chiefs as well.
Next game, the 7-3 Carolina Panthers traveling to MetLife Stadium to face the 4-6 New York Jets. The Panthers coming off that bye last week. What do you expect out of this game?
I expect Carolina to come out shooting fire and guns. Coming off a bye week, the Jets, they've been looking good this season, but they're really not a good team. And Carolina's going to capitalize on that to stay close in the NFC.
Yeah, Christian McCaffrey is going to step it up in the running game, and don't forget the likes of Cam Newton doing what he have to do to put the Panthers back on and go 8-3. I'm going with the Panthers in that game against the Jets. But don't be surprised if Josh McCown does some trickery and whatever. It wouldn't shock me if the Jets win this game, but I'm going with the Panthers in this one.
Panthers as well.
To Philadelphia we go. We got the 3-7 Chicago Bears traveling to the Link and facing the best team in all of NFL football. Are who? Philadelphia Eagles at 9-1. 8 straight wins for the Eagles. Man, this is going to be a historic season for the Eagles. Nonetheless, last time they had a win like this was when Donovan McNabb was under center for Philadelphia. What are you taking in this game?
I'm taking the Eagles all the way. This team is complete. It's built to win, and they're moving right along. All phases and assets. The games are clicking, and it looks like nobody can stop us right now.
It's looking like it, but what about the kicking game? As you know, Jay Elliott is on concussion protocol right now, but I'm hearing that Caleb Sturgis might get activated and come back on the kicking team to play with the Eagles again.
All right, let's go.
He's all right about that. My against the spread in this game, the Eagles are 13.5-point favorites. Do you think they're going to take that points, or do you think the Bears are going to cover that point?
No, I think the Eagles are going to take that point.
Yeah, so I'm going to take the Eagles minus 13.5 straight up to beat the Bears in convincing fashion. Probably be a blowout. And this will be the Eagles, 5th straight blowout or 6th straight blowout?
6.
6 straight blowouts since that Carolina game. The total points for that game is 44 points. You know the Eagles, they're going to do it. But you remember, they didn't go over the 48 points against the Cowboys last week. That game went under 46 points. Just 2 measly points. Ugh. I'm going to tell you to take it over 44 points. I see the Eagles winning this game 41-12. 41-13, somewhere in that category. Eagles all day at the Link in Philadelphia. Count on that. Click. Next game, the Miami Dolphins, 4-6, traveling to Gillette Stadium and facing the 8-2 New England Patriots. What are you taking in that game?
I'm taking the Patriots.
Man, I'm taking the Patriots all day too. Too much Brandis Cook. Too much
Tom Brady.
Top TB12. And don't forget Martellus Bennett. He's there as well. I mean, in that game between the Raiders, 33 points to 8. Oh, my goodness. Tom Brady can win anywhere. He can win in freaking London. He can win in Mexico City. You think he could win in Brazil if there was ever a game in the International Series sooner or later for the Patriots? He can win it. But like I said, I'm telling you right now, at age 40, Brady can still do it, but I can tell you right now, and mark my word, when Brady turns between 42 and 43, he's going to call it a career. I don't think he can go too much longer. I don't think he can take too much of these hits, but he's still doing it right now at the age of 40. And damn it, I'm 43 years old, and I'm not even playing in the sport. So I don't think Brady's going to last for another year or two after he reaches 41. I think it's going to be over. But in this game, I'm going to take the Patriots all day. Miami looked clueless in that game against Tampa Bay. They really should have won that game. Absolutely horrendous. Jay Cutler, he might not even play. Matt Moore may be the quarterback for the Dolphins. There's no offensive line. Cutler's like throwing interceptions, and it was a waste of getting him for the Dolphins. So, Patriots all day in this one. Next game, here we were talking about the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. They're 4-6. They're traveling to Mercedes-Benz Georgia Dome to face the 6-4 Atlanta Falcons. The Falcons the Falcons really took it to the Seattle Seahawks on that Monday Night Football game. I didn't expect it, but I did say I wouldn't be surprised if the Falcons pull off the upset, and they did just that, but man.
I expected it. I told you last week that light came on for Atlanta.
They're
your defending NFC champions. That light came on for them. They started to look just as dominant as they did last year. Don't be surprised if it continues.
Yeah, I think it's going to continue here too. Tampa Bay, even though they did beat the Dolphins. It's not going to matter here. It's an NFC South battle, and I think the Falcons will pull it off and go 7-4 and still hang in there in the NFC South with the Panthers and the New Orleans Saints. Next game, the winless 0-10 Browns traveling to Cincinnati to face the 4-6 Bengals. Bengals were winners over the Broncos in unbelievable fashion by just 3 lousy points, and Cleveland just looked helpless against the Jacksonville Jaguars in flurries and cold conditions. Jacksonville don't get a whole lot of snow in that game, but I mean in that city, but they played it well, and Cleveland just looked horrendous in that game. What is your take on this game?
Well, I want to take Cleveland because I think some way, somehow, Cincinnati is a bad team, and Cleveland's going to get somebody this season for their first win. But I want to go with Cincinnati.
So I'm about to say, you going to take Cleveland in this game? Wow, that's a big bomb, guys, but I don't think so. I think Andy Dalton and company will pull out this win so the critics can just shut up and let the Bengals get a win. And the Browns, I could see them being winless, so maybe get a win toward the end of the season, but right now they're going to go 0-11 in this one. We got the Tennessee Titans 6-4 traveling to Lucas Oil Stadium to face the 3-7 Indianapolis Colts. What is your take on this game?
Tennessee looked awful against Pittsburgh. Awful, horrendous. But Houston just don't have enough. They injured team. They're depleted. I'm going to take what's the name of this game? Tennessee. They have to win this game and go to 7-4 and still be able to contend with that division and try to make a playoff run.
Exactly. And in the Indianapolis Colts, maybe without Jacoby Brissett, we'll just have to wait and see. But in this case, I'm going to Titans in this game as well. Late games, we got the 6-4 Seattle Seahawks traveling to wine country to face the 1-9 San Francisco 49ers. What's your take on this game?
It's going to be horrendous. Just get to the point on this game. Who you like?
Right now, with that loss that Seattle put against the Atlanta Falcons, Blair Walsh, how can you miss a field goal that you normally can kick in a tie game like that? I mean, in a potential tying game, and you missed it. It went straight in the middle, but it just stopped right in the center and didn't get into the upright. Oh man, that was a horrendous loss.
Being said, San Francisco are going to help themselves lose. They're going to turn the ball over. They're going to help Seattle win. So whether you got a bad kicker or not, San Francisco still going to hand you the win on the silver platter. So I'm taking Seattle.
I'm taking Seattle too. San Francisco getting that win against the Giants. Don't be surprised if they put a trap game on Seahawks, because remember, the Legion of Boom are not the same. Earl Thomas did come back in that game last night. Byron Marshall returned to the Legion of Boom, and just not the same without Richard Sherman and Cam Chancellor among the injured. So the offense will do it for the Seahawks. Count them to go 7-4. The New Orleans Saints 8-2. The Super Saints going to Los Angeles to face the 7-3 LA Rams, who lost their first game in almost a month and a half. What do you take on this game?
This is going to be a shootout.
Really?
I'm not meaning like a shootout in the highest scoring game, but this is going to be like a physical pound, and these two defenses are going to try to beat the hell out of each opposite offenses. But this is going to be one of those playoff type games that you're going to enjoy watching.
Yes. The Saints have won 7 in a row, and meanwhile the Rams' 6-game winning streak came to a screeching halt against the Minnesota Vikings, and the Saints came from behind 15 points over the Redskins and beat them in overtime. How the hell did they do it? With the runs of Alvin Kamara and Mark Ingram, and don't forget Ted Ginn Jr. Who is your take on this winning this game? Are the Saints due for a loss since the Rams lost last week? What do you think?
Yeah, they are, and the Rams are going to come out hungry, but I see something in the Saints that I saw when they won the Super Bowl. Just look like a team of destiny, and they look like they are a team to be reckoned with. I'm taking the Saints in this one. No one expected the Rams to be here. Okay, they're there. But the Saints are really making a statement for themselves. I'm taking the Saints.
You know what? I'm going the other way around. I'm going to go with the Rams right now because it's going to be a shootout, but at the same time, Jared Goff and company have not lost a game at home this season. Believe it or not, this will be the game that will put them back in the running. And the Saints and the Rams will probably be all even in this particular game. We'll see what happens. Rams are going to beat the Saints in L.A. Next game, got the 3-7 Denver Broncos going to face the 4-6 Oakland Raiders in another toilet bowl game kind of like thing. Oakland, how the hell do you lose in Mexico City, but you won last year in Mexico City? They didn't look like themselves. And Marshawn Lynch, he can stand for the Mexican national anthem, but doesn't stand for the U.S. national anthem. Wow. I wonder if that was the reason why they lost, and who knows what did happen. What are you going to take in this game?
I'm going with the Raiders.
The Raiders better win this game at home because if they let the Broncos, C.J. Anderson was in tears after that loss to the Bengals. I feel for him. I feel for the Broncos. I just don't think anything else is going to go down. They already fired their McCoy, and they brought in Musgrave yesterday for the offensive coordinator. And Oakland did a firing of their own. They fired somebody else and put in somebody else.
They fired their defensive coordinator, Ken Norton Jr.
Yeah, who was a 49er player. Wow, who would have thought that was going to happen? So I'm going to take the Raiders in this game as well. The Jacksonville Jaguars 7-3 going to Arizona, Glendale, to face the 4-6 Arizona Cardinals. Is Blaine Gabbert going to start, or will they put it in the hands of Drew Stanton again?
I think Gabbert should start.
And if Gabbert starts, I'm going with the Jaguars because right now the Jaguars are too much for this Cardinals team, and there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. So I'm going with the Jacksonville Jaguars in this game.
I'm also taking the Jaguars.
Sunday night, we got the Green Bay Packers at 5-5 going to Steeltown to face the 8-2 Pittsburgh Steelers, who's right there with the New England Patriots in the AFC Conference. What is your take on this game on Sunday Night Football?
Pittsburgh Steelers all day long.
Pittsburgh Steelers all day long for me. I mean, they looked it great against that Tennessee Titans.
Tennessee Titans defense. And the baby on Bell, that's it.
Antonio Brown, 3 touchdown passes, but Juju Smith-Schuster has a hamstring injury, so he's likely going to be questionable for this game. We'll have to wait and see if he's going to be limited throughout the rest of the week and see what happens on Sunday night. But I'm going with the Steelers all day long on Sunday Night Football. Packers look helpless. They got shut out by the Ravens 23-0, but they're going to keep Brett Hundley as their signal caller. And on Monday night, as we were just talking about the Ravens, they're playing at home, 5-5, to face the 4-6 Houston Texans. What is your take on this game?
I like Baltimore. I mean, Houston has nothing really. They are plagued with injuries.
Yes, they are.
And even if they want to compete, they can't compete because they just don't have the talent level. So, no competition.
But the Houston Texans did beat the Arizona Cardinal team by 10 points. Unbelievable. On Sunday and Tom Savage was the quarterback. So why you don't think the Texans may put an upset here in Baltimore?
Because that was the AFC team versus the NFC team. You're going to catch a team off guard. These are two in the AFC teams. They know each other. They play each other. It's not going to happen.
And guess what? Guess what? The last spot in the AFC is the Baltimore Ravens. If they win, they keep that seed. Don't be surprised. Anything happens on Monday Night Football. He's going with the Ravens, and so am I. Well, guys, Oh, I forgot to mention the against the spread and over under for the Miami New England game. Total points for that game is 47.5 points. New England is favored by 17 points. I'm going New England minus 17. Miami has nothing going for them right now. New England's going to win this game straight up. And I'm going to tell you, take it over 47.5 points in that game between Miami and New England. Well, that's it, you guys. You're all set for your Week 12 games. Those are my picks and predictions. I appreciate y'all staying tuned and watching this video. If you like, click that like button and all. Shouts to my YouTube Prognosticators. Their links and stuff is down below. Check us out on our YouTube page at Facebook as well. YouTube Prognosticators. The link is down below to check us out on our Facebook page. And check out my YouTube Prognosticators right here on YouTube. Check their videos out as well. They do the same thing. Fantasy picks, 702 alerts, and you parlay plays and all that. All that is down there, down below. Reese Will, thanks so much for stepping in and giving me your picks and your thoughts and whatever. And tell everybody happy Thanksgiving and all.
Happy Thanksgiving. Thanks for having me.
I appreciate you very much. You have a good one too. Thanks so much, you guys. I will see you right back here next week for Week 13. Have yourself a happy and safe Thanksgiving until next week. I'll see you guys later.